The woman opened her mouth in terror, staring up at the sky. A dirigible hovering above slowly opened its hatch, and several tons of cash poured directly out of it. Banknotes worth 140 million floated down from the sky like snowflakes. People below began frantically grabbing the scattered bills. Traffic across the entire city came to a standstill. At that moment, the woman saw a strange scene. A giant screen beside her began to flicker continuously, and a masked man suddenly appeared on the screen. The man slowly removed his mask, declaring that he planned to carry out a heist that would shock all of Spain. This completely panicked the top leaders in Spain, because 2 years ago, they had stolen 1 billion euros from the Spanish Royal Bank and successfully escaped right under the police's noses. Unexpectedly, 2 years later, the thief boldly appeared again, even openly challenging Spain's law enforcement agencies. This caused great humiliation for the entire Spanish police force. They had to guard strictly before the thief arrived, preventing any suspicious person from approaching the bank. With such tight security, not even a fly could get in. But they could never have imagined that all their plans had already been eavesdropped on by the professor. With just 65 of the world's top Pakistani hackers, in less than an hour, the thieves had control over all the Ministry of Defense employees' communication devices. Relying on the massive funds stolen 2 years ago, any device and technology could be theirs. Even military armored vehicles could be purchased on the black market. They were able to eavesdrop on the numbers of troops stationed at the Spanish bank. They planned to disguise themselves as soldiers to infiltrate the bank. The police could never have guessed that the military radios they used had already been intercepted by the professor. Using a computer voice changer, they cloned the voice of their superior, successfully gaining the police's trust and infiltrating the bank. First, they installed timed explosives on the bank's windows. Then, using their identities, they successfully determined the number of people inside the bank. To avoid complications, Palermo had the police escort the excess personnel out of the bank. When the police and most of the personnel had left, Palermo pressed the switch on the tablet, and the bombs began their countdown. The explosions, accompanied by the screams of those inside, terrified everyone at the scene. Amid the chaos, Palermo ordered the bank doors closed, and the heist that would shock the entire nation officially began. This was the Spanish Royal Bank. Its vault stored 90 tons of gold, but entering it was not so simple. The vault was located 50 meters underground, and completely sealed with 50-centimeter steel plates. Even if the vault door was successfully opened, entry was impossible, because the vault was connected to 2 nearby rivers. If anyone triggered the door's sensor, the vault's defense system would activate. The 2 underground pipes would open, and water from the rivers would continuously flood in. In less than 20 minutes, the entire vault would be filled. Once the door was opened, the immense water pressure would wash everything away, submerging the entire basement. Thus, they had only a few minutes to solve this problem. 4 top-tier welders followed the marked circle, cutting through the steel plates of the vault together. At this moment, the vault's defense system was also activated.